So, on Valentine's Day weekend of 2025, my wife and I decided that we would spend the weekend at home with each other. A little quality time, you know? We decided that we would send our son and daughter to stay with their big sister. So, we spent all of our Saturday doing things that married couples do, you know? Getting all lovey-dovey. In which it spilled over into our Sunday. We eventually got up to do some chores around the house, and I started folding laundry in the dining room, and my wife started cooking in the kitchen. When all of a sudden, out of the blue, we heard a loud noise. Boom! Whoosh! Heard glass breaking. We both looked at each other and were like, "What's that?" Now, initially, we both were thinking that perhaps it was an accident in the back road behind our house. But then my wife looked out the window and saw that the big old tree in our backyard had fallen. Now, I was thinking perhaps the loud noise was from the tree destroying our patio. But when we opened up the door and walked outside, we saw that the tree had missed our patio, but it sideswiped our house and destroyed two of our vehicles that was in the driveway. And because it sideswiped our house, it also took out our power box. So we were without electricity. The tree flattened two of our three vehicles that was in the driveway. And when this happened, it shook both of us because we were not expecting this. We were not expecting to have a big old tree fall down in our yard and destroy our property. We were so caught off guard by it. It left us shook. Because we started to think that, whoa, that tree could have fell on our house and crushed us. And then our kids would be without parents. That tree that had fallen in our backyard could have fell through the roof and crushed me and my wife. But God, by the grace of God, the tree, it missed our house, with the exception of sideswiping the house and taking out the power box. Although it destroyed our property, this tree, the damage from this tree could have been a lot worse, because my wife and I could have lost our life, or either my wife or myself could have lost our life. I could have been outside in the backyard doing yard work and didn't hear the tree falling, and it could have fell on me. But by the grace of God, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. I share this with you because we all know that life is short. But we all, in spite of knowing this fact, so many of us take life for granted. We spend too much of our days investing in the negative, holding grudges, fault finding, pointing the finger at this person and that person for your troubles. Investing in so much of your precious time and energy in the people and things that detract from your quality of life. When the truth of the matter is, because we all know that life is short, we owe it to ourselves, regardless of our circumstances, we owe it to ourselves to wake up each and every single day of our lives, to challenge ourselves, in spite of the circumstances, to challenge yourself to make the most out of the day. Make it count. Why? Because life is short. We could be here one moment and whoo, gone the next. It's unfortunate, but sometimes it has to take something like a tree falling in your backyard and destroying property, or being diagnosed with a terminal illness, or losing a loved one, for us to see that, hey, life is short and we should make the most of it. When things like this happen, it puts things into perspective. But in time, a lot of us eventually go back to taking things in life for granted. You have to make the conscious effort each and every single day of your life to remind yourself that life is short, and I owe it to myself. I owe it to myself to live a life of purpose. I owe it to myself to challenge myself, no matter what is currently going on in my life, to live my best life now. Because the next moment isn't guaranteed. And that's why a lot of people don't get me. That's why a lot of people don't get me. Because they see me as this happy-go-lucky guy all the time. I appear to be that way to them because I'm making sure that each and every day of my life counts. And I owe it to myself to live it in victory. I owe it to myself to be happy. I'm not going to wait until my circumstances change. No. Because I challenge myself to live a life of purpose, that provides me with the opportunity to simply bloom where I'm planted. Some people probably look at me and be like, how's he like that? And I mean, he doesn't have all the money in the world. He doesn't have all this or all that. How's he so happy? Look, take YouTube, for example. I've been trying to grow my YouTube channel. I've been going hard. I have over 200 and something videos on my YouTube channel, and yet I only have 96 subscribers. But I'm grateful for my 96 subscribers. I appreciate you all. Don't get it twisted. But according to YouTube, I need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in order to start to get monetized. I'm a little ways from that. Now, if I allowed myself to get depressed about that and feel like it's pointless because no one is watching my videos, or you know, start being pessimistic in my YouTube journey, if I allowed those thoughts to come, then I would give up. I would give up on becoming monetized on YouTube. But I'm not going to give up in spite of what I feel I lack. I don't have the subscribers. I don't have the watch hours. I don't get the views. I don't get the likes. I don't get the comments. I don't get the share. I don't get all of the subscribers. But it's okay. It's all right. It's great, as a matter of fact, because it gives me the opportunity to implement my faith. It gives me the opportunity to grow and become a better version of myself. I'm not going to put my happiness on hold for something that may not happen. I may never get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. But I'm not going to put my happiness on hold because I may not. Hell no. I owe it to myself to be happy in the now, because the next moment is not guaranteed. The next moment is not guaranteed. I used to place so much value on other people's opinions about me, and I neglected my own. And doing this caused me to live in fear. Well, no longer will I live in fear. Over the years, I have evolved and become a better and better version of myself. And how I did that, one of the many ways in how I did that is to simply stop caring about what people think. Because if you care about what people think too much, it's going to cause you to live in fear. It's going to cause you to live in fear. Fear has two of many acronyms: forget everything and run, and the other is face everything and rise. I choose to face everything and rise each and every day of my life. Why? Because I owe it to myself to live my best life now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All of you owe it to yourselves to live your best life now. And how you go about doing that is by challenging yourself each and every single day of your life to live a life of purpose, no matter what. We have to do better and be better so we can make our worlds better. Why? Because we owe it to ourselves to make the most out of each and every day of our lives. God bless y'all.